All right, Coach, here to talk about the non-conference schedule. Cranks up November 10th. Before we talk about some of the names, building a schedule, how much time does it take to get a schedule together?
Well, fortunately, I've got a great staff. There's Kyle Getter, who does a lot of it for us. He kind of filters who's interested, who's not, and we try and pay close attention to what's going on in our student athletes' academic lives and balance the schedule with high major, mid major, and maybe some lower major opponents. So it's a little complex, a little bit more to it than meets the eye, but I feel good about what we've come up with, and excited, obviously, for November to get here.
How about as teams continue to improve and the exposure they get, does that make scheduling easier sometimes?
I think it depends on who you are. I think we met a little bit of resistance this year because we have so many players coming back, and there were some people that we don't want to play, and no disrespect to them. I get what that looks like, and I did a lot of the scheduling when I was at UVA, so I kind of know what that feels like. However, in a way, it's a compliment that your program's headed in the right direction, and I think ours is. But that doesn't mean anything when you play the games. No one's going to remember that. You know, the game is on the schedule, and the referees are there to officiate it, and the fans are there to be entertained, and hopefully our guys will come with a great sense of purpose to play to win.
All right, let's dive into some of the schedule. We talked about open up on November 10th. You also have a game at Wake Forest not far behind that. So the first couple of weeks of the season, which includes also a trip to St. Thomas. Yeah. How's that going to prepare you maybe as you get into December?
You know, when we first got the job here, one of the things that I wanted to do was we wanted to play in tournaments that you could win. Not most of the low to mid majors you have to play in bye tournaments where you play 2 games and you play them against high major schools, and they bring you to an off-site to play some more schools that are like yours.
Right.
I wanted to play in an 8-team tournament that, you know, if you won, regardless of who you played, you'd have a chance to be the champion. So this was done really from the first month or so that we got the job. We asked to be in this, and the Paradise Gym folks said yes. So we're elated, honored to be a part of it. It's a great field. I've been to Virgin Islands before. When we were at Virginia, we went, and fabulous resort, the hotel. Our guys will really enjoy this experience, and you know, for us, the competition's great. We open up with Mercer, who's traditionally a really, really good program, and Bob Hoffman and his staff, who's got Dale Lair and Jason Aker, former Liberty Flames. So I mean, that's a really stiff test coming up. But prior to that, we've got the Demon Deacons, who had a sensational NCAA tournament year last year. So the early part of our schedule is very challenging, and that was done intentionally.
And you mentioned the St. Thomas trip. You went to Costa Rica last year. Culturally, there's a lot of things to do than just play basketball. I know it's important to you, developing not only on the court but off the court as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of Liberty. I mean, we're taking representatives from the Office of Spiritual Development to do some chapels and outreach to the community. I think it's going to be fabulous. I really do. I love it when our guys get to see and experience different cultures as well as compete at a high level. And certainly the opponents in that tournament will afford us that opportunity.
You also be hosting UNCG. You have a trip to Atlanta to play Georgia State. And also, before Christmas, going to go down to New Orleans.
Yeah, the New Orleans Classic. I think we play IPFW, which is a really good program in Fort Wayne. And I think Louisiana Tech is in that tournament as well. So another opportunity, although it might not seem like, because there's a couple of tournaments, it might not seem like you get a lot of chances to see some home games. There's a balance of home and neutral and even some road games that I think will prepare our guys for what will be another competitive Big South season.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time, and be sure to log on to libertyflames.com as the official schedule will be announced here pretty shortly. So can't wait for the season to get here.
Thank you, Alan.